As you might have seen, I managed to get the WCML Birmingham to Crew video finished, but to tell the truth, there were various things in the game that really tested my patience throughout the review's production. By the time I realised that I was losing patience, it was too late to cancel the project. Thinking back to all that malarkey with the Class 350's brakes not releasing again following a penalty brake application, I hadn't felt that pissed off with something in TSW since that time when I drove the Metro North M8 from Grand Central to Stamford. During the course of that run, I had the emergency brakes go off 10 times. I know that I've said in previous videos that I wanted to keep reviewing TSW add-ons for at least the rest of the TSW6 era, but at this point, I don't even think I'll have the patience to keep going in this field for even the remaining 6 months, or however long it'll actually be before the unnecessary TSW7 is released. I am well aware of the fact that TSW reviews are the most popular content on this channel, and this is not to say that I'm not grateful for that success, but at the same time, I honestly don't want to sacrifice my remaining sanity and patience just for the sake of more views and ad revenue. In saying that, I didn't start making TSW reviews just for the sake of views and money, nor was it just to rage for views, as some people believe. As a matter of fact, I simply thought that there weren't enough people holding Dovetail Games accountable, and I wanted to voice my honest thoughts on DLC for which I paid, not thinking that I would ever get this far. A paying customer being frustrated by DTG's pattern of releasing borderline substandard products and other controversial business practices does not mean the same thing as someone having a personal grudge against the developers. As for why I've just about lost patience with Train Sim World and doesn't test games, one of the reasons is the ongoing problem with stuttering interrupting otherwise smooth frame rates, and for some reason, the stuttering was particularly bad on this run from Groningen to Zwolle. I'm also fed up with how the silly sods from Chatham continue to rip off their customers by releasing expensive DLC in a very rough or outright offensively bad state, and how they often leave problems with certain add-ons unfixed. Take the disastrous ATS Class 90 for example. And don't even get me started on the stupid annual releases and cash grab add-ons like the Great British Railways Class 802. In the early days, I thought this game had great potential, and it's nothing short of disappointing to see it essentially being run into the ground by its own developers. It doesn't help that there's a significant portion of the community who seemingly go along with whatever Dovetail does, while they lose their shit over, and try to shut down the conversation for, individuals like myself and a Train Sim society. In other words, those who dare to criticise or question Dovetail's practices. The simple fact is that we have just as much right to our opinions as you do to yours. I was intending to review the Medway Valley line from Firefly Simulations before too long, so what I'm thinking of doing is going ahead with that video at some point soon-ish, before going on hiatus from TSW content and focusing on TS Classic or Trains in Real Life for the time being. I might come back to TSW for a few more reviews closer to the end of the TSW6 era, but I'm not sure at present. In any case, and if you'll excuse me, I'm off to listen to the extended mix of Do You Wanna Dance by Tony Basil. That song may be very obscure, but in my opinion at least, it's still a good pick-me-up, as it were, for when I'm in a shit mood. I might also go trackside and see what KiwiRail's DL locomotives are up to. In any case, if I do end up leaving the TSW scene for good after TSW6, I dare say you'll still have TB76 returns and Train Sim Society to fill the void, so to speak.